So we're talking about the implosion explosion, yes, in the mind.
Yeah.
And it's not a explosion that's physical. It's a quantum explosion and it's a quantum implosion.
Mm-hmm.
There's the difference. So I just want to clarify on a few things because, whilst I was listening back to what I had made, I didn't watch the video. I just played back what I like, that there are black holes and stars.
Yeah.
I just want to go over it a little bit more. So, no, very interesting. So, oh yeah, that will do. I think that's all I need. So it's a quantum explosion or a quantum implosion.
Mm-hmm.
One gives, others take.
Yeah.
It depends on how you tip the balance. You can only really go into this what the Egyptians were trying to get at. And also, it wasn't the Egyptians, it was once before the Egyptians ever came to be. Information is always stolen, and I believe that certain groups know this, maybe, possibly. And, you'll notice with humans, they've got more and more intelligent, right?
Yeah.
But there's also been blips in their intelligence that have dipped down. And it's to keep the order or balanced. So if you imagine an implosion with the amount of weight that you stack upon somebody,
Yeah.
it creates a dense weight, pushes down on them.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if this begins to implode, and you'll say that everyone's connected to a quantum field, yes?
Yeah.
Now, let's just draw it to this individual here. Could also make it look a bit like a gravestone. Interesting. So, everyone's connected to this, yeah?
Yeah.
Now, to explode, what does it give? What does it give to this? But then if it implodes, what's that going to devour? How does that look for life forms going forwards? Therefore, certain animals can have an explosion, which then begins to... They can become more intelligent than what they are.
Yeah.
That's the bit that separates us from animals. We have the power to do something about our fate, but what is in control of this power that we have? Because it's never going to let it go untamed. It's going to always keep a balance or an order or a cycle. The cycle doesn't have to connect to just humans. It can also be connected to animals as they're in standby mode. They have a little bit of this, don't get me wrong, but they don't have enough to be fully aware. The brain knocks certain things out, and the eyes don't see certain things. This is all like a trial and error, and I guess it needs to be hidden. Why does it need to be hidden? Well, in some ways, can't that be used in the wrong way? So, in the papers, you were saying that there was this plug-in device that Germany has made that will disable a portable heater that costs really next to nothing. We've been here before.
Yeah.
Did it change anything?
No.
No, because what will the energy companies do?
Make it
They'll hike
more.
the prices.
Yeah.
And they'll say, but we've put price caps on it. Yeah, I'm sure there were fuel caps and coal caps, and I'm sure we've been here over and over again where it looks cheap for a little while and then, oh dear, other things start getting more and more expensive, don't they? So it's a good invention, don't get me wrong, but the same structures are in play.
Yeah.
And this will allow your company to build up, rightfully so, but it's going to be detrimental for the kids going forwards. Because by the time they'll have even little space to heat.
Yeah.
And while doing it, they'll have the same amount of bills to pay.
Yeah.
Yeah? So, again, it's a good idea, but it's not a good idea when the world is the way it is.
Exactly.
With these same structures that are in place that do the same thing and their behavior is repeated, repeated. So, you can make as many decent devices. So what? You come out with electric cars. What happened to the energy grid?
Yeah, it goes up because, we can now make money on energy on cars.
Yeah, and that's even with people who don't have. And you can look at this another way, like diesel was going through engines a lot more less than what petrol does. Most cars were petrol operated, the other ones were diesel. Diesel was mainly given to companies. Companies can then fill their diesel vans up and get their workforce out. Again, it's another thing where taxes go to pay towards people who already have a large amount of money. You'd think that they would be better off having the petroleum cars and the people would have the diesel cars. You get more bang for your buck. And, but it never goes that way.
Yeah, exactly.
And then all of these companies then go over to electricity, or they've got the best deal ever.
Yeah.
So again, now we can start getting rid of diesel, can't we?
Yeah.
We can blame it on being too bad.
Yeah.
Just like we can blame burning on being too bad and this, that and the other. So it always becomes a you problem, and then you have to suffer, and then you pay even more, and then this is control of what is allowed to rise in society and what isn't. There are tons of good ideas around. Most of them don't get the light of day. There are really good shops around, small business shops. Again, you mean to tell me that in these numbers games that these people have never exploded into great big supermarkets anywhere? And that's because of lack of not trying, right? You are responsible for what you do. Come on, look. I mean, if we all buy that bullshit, then it is bullshit. You mean to tell me that these small companies never want to rise up? And then if they are able to get a decent amount of food for a decent cheap price, well, it will just be taxed. The rest of the supermarkets will have an option. Bring down your prices. That's how you make competitive market. And yet, what do we see? Year after year after year after year after year? Never happens, does it?
No.
They talk about cap. And then, look, as to be a politician, I've learned a lot of things. I just got to get up on the stage and just go, oh, look how much these shops are charging. Oh.
Yeah, that's what they do.
Just state the obvious.
Huh?
Oh, look at this. And who let the world get like this? Because as far as I was concerned, didn't you all own these supermarkets in the beginning?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's given out to a CEO?
Yeah.
Housing associations given out to CEOs?
Yeah.
Under your watch?
Exactly.
Under your leadership?
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter what devices come out. The goal here is control, submission.
Yeah.
And again, when you don't question authority, do you know what that's actually saying? If you're not allowed to question your teachers, you're not allowed to question cops, you can't question government, you can't question any of these people. So does that mean the police are allowed to question authority above them?
No. No, they are not, are they?
So the world is to live like animals then? Yes? So the world is to live like animals.
Yeah.
So why doesn't the quantum field then align to that and give people what they want then?
Yeah. That's a question, isn't it?
So humans have got these gifts but live like animals, literally, because 1% of people here, I can only speak for here, maybe it's happening elsewhere. Yeah. So 1% of people can live like the truest form of humans.
Yeah.
And the masses, so you've got 1% that live, that class that they know all about this stuff and quantum and everything else, and then you've got 99% that have to live like animals.
Yeah.
And you are treated like animals. We can't have the heating on. You're not allowed to eat this food.
Yeah.
You must eat this poison stuff. You know no different. You don't know what's good enough for you.
Yeah.
And then you tell me why there wouldn't be another structure that's in play that is saying, well, if humans, it's not going to worry about, this, they sit there and wonder about democracy.
Yeah.
Well, true democracy then is what you're telling. You are applying pressure onto these individuals. Now, what are they bursting? More stars? No, because you can tell that more stars are not being created. And each time someone passes on, there's a quantum field build. This was not here in the beginning. It's slowly but surely been developing. It was developed, but most of the time before humanity has reached a point of now, they've managed to do this in a shorter amount of time with less humans. And then we get to a time of now, and you've only managed to create this much. With all the advances, with all the technological leaps, so you call it.
Yeah.
And in actual fact, that's because you know no different. Because they've altered your history books to show you everything else, right?
Yeah.
Anything that they want you to see it as. They believe that power is about knocking certain people down by pulling structures from underneath them. I mean, is that it? Is that it? And then what? They'll probably blow up someone else's ass. You must have manifested this. You must have prayed for this stuff to happen. And then look, it's happening. What?
Yeah.
Physical humans?
Yeah.
Telling other humans with physical assets because you have constructed the world this way to knock down other people. Man, wow. Cool. After all that, and that is all you've got. It's pathetic. It is
Yeah, it
laughable.
is,
And then
it is.
the way that they blow smoke up each other's asses, this is laughable. They tell each other that's what power is. What? Fake. Fake. Clapping for fake. Telling other fakes that they're real as fuck. And the rest of the world, come on, you're made to clap. Don't question authority, clap for it. Look how good it is. Clap. Oh, look how fake you lot are. And then they talk fake.
Yeah.
And then tell you to talk properly.
Yeah.
At least I don't have to put on a posh accent then, do I? Oh my god, look at me. I've got all of this money, right? Look at me. Oh, look, I'm so real. I talk so fake. I had to learn loads of time to talk like this. Look at you, you insignificant. Oh. And they claim it God's work. That's fucking devilish, satanic if I've ever seen it in my life. And then what? They know this information because the Egyptians, not because they went out and did any hard work, not because they forged themselves in fires and different things like that. I'm 50-50 on where I believe that. Authenticity, yes. But again, it's making positivity out of their negativity. But why should you make positivity from their negativity to then for them to claim your positivity?
Yeah.
In actual fact, it seems like it's a world here. When I talk about world, I mean here, Britain. Want to push other people down.
Sit
And
on
then
them.
people left
Stand
once
on
before
them.
because of this, which then started out America
Yeah.
and different places, Australia and loads of others. And now, are you allowed to leave?
It's very hard, isn't it? They made
We'll
it so
get you if you do.
Yeah.
You better think of your kids. You better think of the ones you leave behind. You know, it's... Wait, what? You're so fucking real in this world that people want to leave. That's so real, isn't it? And then you can't get this authenticity without brainwashing people. Wow. So yeah, so most of the people are made to live like animals. What do you think they're right? You know, not this physical pretend quantum version that they think that they're making. You know, all of that crap that they blow up each other's asses. Again, I want to be asking the 1%. You know, of how great you are. How great you are by pushing down everybody else. How great you are that you make people pay you. Well, you're doing it because of no. I'm pretty sure people could make a better comprehensive benefit system that works for everybody. I'm pretty sure that people can make a world job system that works not only for the environment, but for their future, for their grandkids. Humans, when they come together in this, and again, 99% versus 1%. And sure, there's going to need to be a lot of unlearning to be done. But they'll find it.
Yeah.
They'll find their way. But what you're really saying, and again, it's a shame, really, isn't it, that the 1% don't control the whole universe, really, isn't it? Because there's more power than beyond anything they understand, or can even contain, or can even grab, and yet they keep pressing down. And what are they sending a signal to, this quantum field? Because it is about true democracy. It's going to be viewing the 99% are living like animals. 1%, well, that's not working, right? To a force that you know, why would it need to know your language? It doesn't. Why does it need to speak to you? It doesn't. It's not going to ask for a vote either.
It's
It's going to look at the maths, you know,
Yeah.
because you look in society, right? I always thought, you know, call me naive, that you thought that politics was about people coming together that want real good in the country. Which ones would give it? In how long?
I haven't seen it.
This is Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
Same shit, back from when horses and carts were about. The same suppression, the same this, the same that. But you've all got cars, haven't you? Oh, whoopee fucking do. I always thought, if you were a leader, true one, the king's got no power, but he's got the power to speak, hasn't he?
Yeah.
As in a royal family may not have any power, but they got the power to speak.
And people know
They've
them
got the
around
power
the world.
to speak out
Yeah.
against things that are happening in the nation.
Yeah.
You know, take a leaf out of Diana's book.
Yeah.
What did she used to do? Call it out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing, isn't it? She was showing you that you do have power.
Yeah.
But it's a choice not to use it.
Exactly.
Oh, I've got no power in the government. Call it out.
Mm.
You don't have a fucking platform. No shadow banning. You don't have any bars of gold that you could pay other people to go and do this for you.
It's a shame she's
Nothing
not
at all.
here.
You've got nothing at all.
Yeah.
You can't grab in on that tax pot and renovate your palace at any time you want, but you can't grab the same tax pot to go and pay people to go and find this shit. But you've got no power. Oh, it's a load of bollocks. Lies, all of it. Bullshit. You've got no money whatsoever to do anything about it. While telling people, the ones without money, that they, oh look, come on, you can do something about this, can't you? No, you. King and country, right?
Not this king.
Yeah, the masses can lay down their lives in battles for you, but you will not speak up for the 99% of the people inside a kingdom and claim you're doing God's work. That's what put you in that position. Let's have it right. Let's have it right. Then that brings you to another choice. You don't want to? Leave. Advocate. Give it to someone else. Give it to the people. I'm not sure replacing it with this type of government is a good idea, to be honest. No. They've had time and time again to sort it out. And then what, we see taxes going into fucking businesses' pockets.
Yeah.
Oh, do you want to come here and build up this house, do you? Do you want to come and build my house up and make it green for me? Oh, do you want to take my car and put in a fucking electric engine for me? We've got councils that are how much debt?
Billions.
Billions.
Yeah.
Maybe millions.
Billions. Yeah.
They've got into debt, and whose fault is that? Well, the people, they weren't paying enough. Oh, look, we're going to have to charge more money. But you got money to renovate a fucking train station.
Yeah.
I thought this was privately owned. So you've got money for private companies, and then where is all the money going? And then what? This will be the excuse that you're going to use for people in South Norfolk, that's why we need to charge more money because we built all this shit for you. Did the people actually want it? Because you couldn't look after the bridges. Because you couldn't paint them. Like everywhere else seems to maintain all of this stuff. But you couldn't maintain it. It then falls apart.
Yeah.
And then you have to then build it because of safety. And I mean, what type is that? And then the buses that go around. Apparently you didn't own those. Now all of a sudden you do own them. Fucking hell, I can't keep up with this shit. These belong to the people. People built that. People built the airports. People built the aeroplanes. No, we did it. No, you didn't. Because it's funny, isn't it? Without the money, what would you do?
Yeah.
And that's why you give people no money. Because you know the potential is in the money. Which then attracts the people, which then attracts the workforce, but yet claim to people without money that you've just got to make it happen. God, you guys are delusional.
Yeah.
What happens if you give the people in the community the money? Get rid of the council and that pot that you give in council tax, and then people look at that pot and go, right, what are we going to do about the community? What does this community need? And then that needs to be broken up per town, village, and everything else in those communities, doesn't it?
Yeah. Where it needs to go in each place.
And then it allows the people to get thinking about what they want in their community, not be told what they want. Do you think we need to build a hospital here? Do you think we need to employ some staff members from further afield and also train some people up that are here? Yeah, that might be a good idea. Yeah, then we can get the waiting list down by this much. Do you see, people can politics so much more better than anything here. That's why I like the Bill of Rights so much. How clever were those individuals that yet they put little tidbits inside there that are very relevant even to this day. The freedom of speech. I get it. We don't have freedom of speech here. Why do you think that is?
So we cannot complain about stuff that shouldn't be like it is.
So this is a regime. Whilst we are made to look at other countries that are authoritarian,
Yeah, we complain about those, but here...
we complain about those, we
Yeah.
complain about those regimes and this regime, but we're never looking at this regime here. Those people are not allowed to speak there. They are controlled. Wait, what? And then what? Councils spend all of that money idiotically. But I bet if we go backwards and calculate how many bonuses they shoved in each other's pockets, I bet if we went back and had a look at that,
Yeah, we could save quite
that would be a
bit.
large amount of money, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Never mind that. What about all the assets that they sold?
yeah,
Council houses, without ever a vote.
yeah. What about the buildings that are not in use, like the old council building here?
Sure. And then how much money is that
Empty.
stuck in board members' pockets to abuse? How much money is that wasted? And they want to look at fraud? Let's take a look, shall we? And let's have it right. £5.9 billion on prisons in your wonderful, beautiful fucking society. We can drop the great for a bit, can't we? Barely Britain.
Bare Britain
Yeah, bare Britain.
instead of United Kingdom.
We should rechange the map as well and draw it into a grizzly. Barely clutching, barely doing anything. Bare minimal. So yeah, we'll bring out some new stuff in Lidl and buy all of this stuff and wow. Then what? Everyone's supposed to get one and then the bills go up even further to match that. Because when you get your bills down, wow, it's funny that, isn't it? Still climbs though, doesn't it? Look, we can only cap the energy and housing associations. But we don't want them to leave. They will leave. So you can't make something better then. Oh, this wouldn't be safe. Look at these solar panels. Oh, we can't have plastic in the house. It wouldn't be safe. And the space module is made from what? You have no intentions of going forwards. None. Your actions speak louder than your words. Your words are just fucking nonsense. And then what? I'm not allowed to call any of this stuff out. Here, you want to take something from me because you like doing it? Why don't you take some of this? Funny that, isn't it? Only when it fills your coffers does it actually, do you want to take something?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, and then claiming that quantum is nothing. Well, you're manifesting, but you don't realise you're doing it. And I don't mean the physical manifestation where you get your friends to do things.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, quick, pull this, pull that, pull this. Quick, let's clap for fake. No wonder why you got to wrap yourself up in gold and diamonds. Because without it, what are you?
Nothing.
But there again, where's your value? Do you really find it valuable in that? It's a shame those diamonds don't mean love, really, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know,
It
because
does.
you've got to prove you love someone, and you've got to get him a diamond cord can tell he loves you. Why? Look at how many carats are in that. Yeah, look how many carats are on that carriage. Still doesn't make love, though, does it?
No.
Ah, if only diamonds made love, hey? What is it? Each diamond for each person you put pressure on, is it? While forging in the fire. And hey, take it as criticism, you know? But one thing I have learned from this society is that you've got to put a lot of weight on people and it forges the diamonds. And then you might need a load of yes men to get around and big you up. No, I don't. So we tell everyone to live like animals then.
Mm-hmm.
What's that telling to this? Well, I better start making some more black holes and hoover this shit up, right?
Yeah.
Like a little universe inside a freaking universe.
Yeah.
Instability and boof.
Yeah, let's
And then
get
what
rid
will
of
humans
it.
be doing?
Yeah. Yeah. Happily climbing on a tree somewhere.
All declining, yes?
Yeah.
The declining mental pattern.
Yeah.
To become the dumb intelligent. And then that makes room for something else to rise up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Because it's wasting time, isn't it? Sad face. Oh, come on, quiet. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about in the quantum explosion, and some of them probably took it a bit too far, like it was like literal explosion and a rocking black hole that starts sucking everybody in. No, I'm on about the quantum field. That's the difference. Not a physical explosion. And there, life is what you make it. Now I get it. Life is what you make it. Intentionally or unintentionally. Talk about manifesting what you think it is about as much as you can think, and think positivity. What, when your numbers are low and your negativity is high, what do you think you get? More explosions that add to the fucking mass of what it is? Nah. Starts pulling back all of that knowledge.
Yeah.
That's pulling the thread. So yeah, I believe in a higher authority, and one that caters in for all. It doesn't care about the 1%. Those numbers are too small. Factually, that's not going to make it. Let's do maths. You think 1% are going to do it?
No. 1% that doesn't want to move their fingers.
Well, they do want to move their fingers as long as it moves for them.
I don't know.
And it's not every single person with money. I don't believe that. I think that there are people with money, but they are trapped in what they can do with it. And some people are more famous than they have cash.
Yeah.
And they are held in the same restraints of anybody else. They got more to lose. No, that explosion I'm on about, Martin Luther King, that explosion. JFK, that explosion. Do you understand? That's an explosion outwards. But the same way it works that way, it can also be taken.
Yeah.
And then it reaches a point of no return. What's happening outside you is happening inside you. Do you think the stars are connected to the universe? All of the stars in the sky you see, do you think they're all connected? Or do you think they're all separate?
Connected?
They appear separate though, don't they?
Yeah.
They appear like large gaps between them, so they must be separate. But you often forget they're held in the same constraints as even black holes. You think humanity elevated itself, do you? Do you think the 1% we're making what humanity stands for today? You do know that any family member on this fucking island can do what society has done. Anyone has the potential to beat a king. Anybody. Any family. Some can do it much better. Some can do it much worse. Then that means that any family can create its own government. Anytime, anywhere, anyhow. You know, when it first started, it was never intentional to be as bad as what it's got today. People used to rally round genuinely, authentically. They wanted that. They wanted that movement. They wanted that to go. And then family after family after family, inherit. You slowly but surely it gets fucking shitter and shitter and shitter and shitter. But no, back in the day, people used to not clap for fakeness and call it real, like it's the realest thing ever. Because loyalty, fuck me, dogs are loyal. They're the most dumbest fucking animal I've ever met. The fucking only animal you can open a window for and it won't jump out and go and get some food. It will stay and die. That's loyalty. Because it's been controlled. To do what? Stay around people. To become dependent off of people. That's what loyalty is. The jackals, right?
Yeah.
But we're lions. You might as well get a couple of fucking dogs there. But look, they can sniff this out. Yeah. Wow. They give up their freedom, their wild nature for what? This? You want to know what intelligence is? Go and see a stray in another country. Then you'll understand what intelligence is.
Yeah.
What, just because you've taken a fucking dog's nose and its ability to sniff out food from large distances, which you can make it sniff out foul stuff because they have no taste. They'll eat it. As long as it sustains life, they'll eat shit. Obedience and loyalty. So you are willing to eat shit. And then someone can then tell you on that can of food how much good ingredients go into it. You just think of that the next time you're clearing up its shit. Oh, no, you don't, do you? No, you leave it all over the fucking place. So we go from chucking that out to allowing dogs to defecate everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere. Can't even fucking walk these days without treading in it.
Yeah,
and what
cemetery as well.
Oh, we're just going to put out shit bins.
Yeah. And put some signs here.
Well, of course they're not going to press it because they have to come and empty the shit bins, don't they? Well, again, shit knows how to deal with shit, I suppose. But more shit bins than litter bins, right?
Yeah.
That's interesting. Okay. You call all of this? This is apparently what you're comparing yourselves to animals. So what if I went and got a dolphin then and attached an apparatus to it? And it was to swim me down, that would be intelligent to everyone here. If I want a free dive, I'll hold on to a fucking whale, yeah? Mm-hmm. People will be like, oh my... Oh. Yes, obedient, this fucker, innit? And yet we just highlight speciesism just on the dog's loyalty. But yet compare strength to a lion, which is a cat, I might add.
Yeah. It is.
Mm. So strength is in cat, loyalty is obedient compared to a dog. Interesting. But yet, you're not animals. You're humans. With gifts that these animals do not possess. Yay! Let's cheer for these people. Look how real we are. We're so real we compare ourselves to dogs obedient. Oh my god, you guys are so clever. Shit me, take all of the taxes. Shit, do you want to take all of my wages? Oh wait, you do, don't you? If I'm to work, how much of my wage do you take? And then look, we give you another device to buy. Make this person over here a multi-millionaire. It's not that person's fault. They're actually doing a very, very good job. It's just not yet known what that's going for. And then that comes out and people are like, yay, and they take it. Oh. And the government are like, oh, we just couldn't do anything. Look, we could only cap the wages, the energy bill, but we can't cap the service charge. Oh. Which one's going to rise next then? So you mean to tell me with all that power coming out of all of these groups going to cap the energy supplier, what, when it got expensive, they only then had the power to cap it? They can't make it go backwards. They can't make it go down. They can just cap it. But then the energy company created something else. And you can't cap that. And then if you don't want to pay that, you'll have to pay this energy company. But they can go past the cap. So either pay the service charge, the standing charge for all of this shit.
Yeah.
Well, fuck me, these energy companies soon are going to start charging you for sunlight.
Yeah.
And all of this is for greed. Did you know all of this is fake?
Fake, yeah.
You do know it?
Yeah.
There's no need for any of it.
Yeah, they have enough, don't they? When they say how
Yeah, but
much
the
they
problem is
make
with
as
these
well.
empires, right? This
Yeah.
is the problem with it, right? That once you've got rid of food, you've got rid of energy,
Yeah.
you've solved world hunger, you've solved the problem in the world of there not being enough water to drink.
Yeah.
What would our empire be? Where would the politicians go? What are the council members going to do? Come on, they've promised their inheritance.
They can go with the rest.
Oh, fuck me, you didn't let that fucking... Oh, bloody hell, you want to jump in their grave as well?
Yeah.
Cool, you didn't even let that seat get cold, did you? No, I know, I'm taking over this from great-great-great-great-great-grandfather, and your legacy has got to show what for itself? This.
Yeah.
And the only reason why people call it a life is because they know no different. Look, the world's overpopulated.
Is it?
How much landmass does this fucking empire have? And they'll make you go to war just so your numbers go down. And why will they go to war? Get your numbers down. And then why do you want to get your numbers down? So they can sit in the bunker and play it again and again and again and again.
Yeah. So their numbers are secured. Their little numbers.
Their little authority, so they got to
Yeah.
play this little staged game.
Yeah.
And then what, we can still clap to that, are we? Gee me. We can look back at the past and be like, are we going to learn from the past? Nope.
No. You just admire the same idiots over and over.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And I gotta wonder something, right? If there are people out there that really are creating these books and different things like that, do you know what that tells me?
What?
Why haven't they done it yet? I think I know the answer. Same reason as to why you haven't done it yet, or you haven't done it yet. It's a big difference between why you haven't done it and being allowed to do it. The last person that started to move this was actually Russia and America, and then they're both assassinated.
Yeah.
What, because of people want to play these little games?
Oh, yeah.
Because they have to let go of the restraints that they hold on everybody, and without it, what are they?
Nothing.
Naked.
Nothing.
Another bare bum in the fucking shower.
Yeah.
And then would people go to war for them? No. Would people do anything for them? No. It's a hell of a lot of cell memory in there, isn't it? You know, like the rats jumped under an experiment.
Mm-hmm.
Look, the reason why people call you out is because it's your presence. Your fakery is presence. And the reason why people stand attention to you when you walk in the room is because you're fake, because you've manipulated people. No, it's because of your presence. Because that's what true authority is, and they will never have it. I don't want that, thanks. Fuck that. Yeah, a genuine... Maybe we could put this into a French word, yeah? They all speak French here, don't they? Serviette is the correct way of how you say it, sir.
Yeah.
It's a fucking napkin. It's a piece of tissue. No, we don't say tissue here. We say serviette. Pardon my French. Okay. And I don't think all of the politicians want it this way either. Honestly, I think that deep down some of them are rooting for a better way. power is a delicate thing, and being inside that building, you can easily, as you walk into it, as easily as you can be pushed out of it. Just with one word. Look at that fakery. Fuck me, things move for fake, don't they? So yeah, no, Princess Diana, that explosion of light. Martin Luther King, JFK, you can keep going. Do you see that's the explosion of light? But there's also another side to it. There's an implosion.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that? It would be a strange tale, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
If humans forgot what language even was. It's happened before. Look at your... Why do they have to try and work out old texts?
Yeah.
And they only think that they know what they mean, but do they?
No, they don't.
That's best guess. It could mean something else. I can fit words up to it, and I have done. The problem is I walked away from it because from these symbols, they meant a lot of different things depending on which way I was looking at it. A bit like the shadow, where we were saying, if you look at it one way, it shows you one thing. If I look at it another way, it says another thing. And then before you know it, I got 4 different versions to some text. And each one made sense. And then it was a case of pick which one. So then I was no different from a teacher standing there with a picture book that we're taught in reception. Do you ever remember doing that when you could first go to school? A teacher has got a book with no words in it, with just pictures. And in here, there is this, this, and this, and that, that, and that. And that meant that this little mouse was going to get... You could tell the story any way you bloody want. Hieroglyphs. Anything else like that. Do you know what they are? Pictures. Now, what can you do with all pictures? Well, turn the sound off and narrate your own news.
Show them in different order, and that means different story.
So, symbology being pictures. Anyone can interpret it in any way they want. Like I was doing with the eye and the triangle. But it can mean light. It can mean the orbit of the sun. That would be Egyptians. It can also mean a camera.
It can mean
The further away from the
understanding
camera
because
with the
you
eye,
see
you're seeing this, what you can see in that gazed area. So you might as well put the eye in it. Why? Because then I can see, and I can see more the further away someone is. And apply that to anything. You see? Symbology. And this is how the ancients spoke. But again, the language is forgot, so it's best guess. But they'll claim that it's authority. And yeah, authority doesn't question authority. Weak. Now clearly that's one of the rules. Again, you have the freedom of speech, which technically means the freedom to question. Bloody hell. Very intelligent people, even how many years ago?
Long time.
Now what does that tell you? The world hasn't changed in that many years.
No.
That's interesting.
That is sad, isn't it?
Yes, a particular nation has changed, but the world. And then who's pinning in who here? So symbology can mean anything. Why do you think words were made? Say what you mean. I could stand at my window, and when I see someone walk out, I can flick a light on and off. To anybody watching that, and then if I had to ask all the other people, and only one person somewhere else would know what that means, truly means. Some people don't register it. The ones that do register it will assume, they'll fill in the blanks, the silence.
Yeah.
Some people will say that that person was just standing there crazily doing it. Or perhaps we're just testing it. Some people will say checking if the batteries were okay. Some people will say we're just lighting something up. They saw something and turned it off.
You will find many.
So I did a symbol, a gesture.
Yeah.
And what does it mean? Or I could have coordinated with someone else to tell them that a person just left the house. I can even do this with infrared. I can do this with anything. I can even open or close a blind. Have it half open, half closed. Have a curtain, don't have a curtain. What does it mean? Well, that person just had a half shut blinds, to anyone that's not paying it. But to someone that actually knows what that symbol means, that still picture means, if I park my car this way or that way, or this way or that way, if I leave something on my dashboard, it means this. If I put it down underneath the seat and you don't see that, that means that.
There are so many ways to say something.
Don't need to say a fucking word.
Yeah, exactly. Agree on it before and then just observe.
So yeah, when people are sitting there saying, "Oh, you know what the hieroglyphs say?" Sure.
They say something, yeah. But
Best guess, and that's a beautiful thing. It's almost like civilization just moved away from it, like it didn't even exist. That is a quantum implosion. Same way you have a quantum explosion. What happened after JFK? Martin Luther King.
yeah, people continued, people followed his dream, didn't they?
And then you've got Nelson Mandela.
Yeah. He was leader, wasn't he even president, and then he was in United Nations.
Did he ever call anything out though?
I don't know.
No one ever went up to him and were like, "Oh, so what's your backstory?" Well, I spent this much in prison. How did you know that? Well, he never told us actually. We just looked at the prison records. Sure. Sure. Only a nation that wants your silence, your obedience, to not question their authority, are ones that have no plans of going forwards. True leaders that want you to question their authority. Oh, why do you say that? Why do you all feel this way? Because of this. So if I did this, would this help? Yes. Okay. So yeah, that's the implosion explosion, not a physical one. You know, because you can snigger at it when it's a physical one, right? And then you tip the scales. What did the Egyptians know? And you keep a few in the mix that know about it. Just a few. As a reminder. Lessons always learned. But again, when it goes too far, who are the next ones to be unlocked? And again, because you haven't seen it and you've come into life now, that's how you expect. That's how you accept it. See how reality programs you and you don't realize it.
Yeah, how you live in something.
Only if you've ever seen this happen, you'll come away swearing. Shit, yeah, it happened here, didn't it? And they start finding evidence and they're like, oh, fucking hell. But other than that, nah, it's never happened. Your choice. But you want to stay stuck in your paradigm, in your own matrix, that's up to you. I have been studying these patterns for years. The implosions and the explosions. So we've been talking a lot about the explosions of quantum, and I never labeled it as such. Backstory. You have to go back. It's a journey. And on the next chapters that we go into, we're going to be looking at the implosions. And there are many of them. And again, any other reason as to why it happens. Now we can see it this way, and that one I can definitely see. So can you, so can anybody else. That's visible. Because it's happened in your lifetime, and it's been studied.
Mm-hmm.
Which one hasn't been studied?
Yeah.
So you'll understand it, and we look at the stars, because we have to compare it to something that we can understand. Stars explode a lot of the time, and more stars are created in this process. It goes to give more life. Therefore, there's more intelligence. The more intelligence there is after this star's exploded, how much more recycled matter, how much more different are the planets going to become that formulate from this next one? And that's if it explodes into a massive gas cloud and all those planets explode with it. No, those shards will go into Jupiter. Jupiter will become a new star. Now, how much of the Earth still survives that bombardment? How many more ingredients get put on the Earth? How many newer things? See, there are multiple ways to get resources. One, wait here. You die with that fate. That's how it is. Square with it, it's up to you. You die on that planet, but the resources are going to be there, newer ones, and the next life forms that rise up from that. Well, more for them. And then they'll come and, let's say if you can travel there and watch them too, right?
Yeah.
They're going to tell you about the whole situation, and it's going to be gospel everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I shall say to them, where would you find life? Be a question. They will say, well, we'd have to look at all of the things that we have on our planet. What makes you say that? Well, because if it happened here, and we rose up, then oh, okay. Is it possible there could be life elsewhere? Has there ever been life on your planet? Have life forms ever left this planet?
Yeah.
How old do you reckon this planet is? Well, we don't know. Yeah. Oh, we went and analysed the moon. It was about 4.5 billion, so we're going to assume that. Probably be about 10.9 billion years then. What happens if the moon gets shot apart and a new moon forms? Well, it's going to appear to be even younger, right? You know, speaking and asking questions gives answers that then gives insight as to how much your mind has developed. That's one way of understanding how life forms understand something. Then a few in the group, or maybe none at all, most of them will believe all of that. I'm after the few that stay or say, no, there's something beyond that. It could have been life here before. What makes you say that? I don't know, I just feel it. Why do you feel it? Tell me more about that thought. I would like to know about how you have come to understand that. The ones that stand out. Not power, not money, not diamonds, not any of that shit. That's easy. Oh, fuck me. Make a start. Pump this shit out in the abundance. Grow nature and make loads of paper cash. Formulate plastic. Fuck, it's easy. Nah, that's easy. Shit me, you could fucking give social security to every person on the planet. In fact, it's already being done. The life forms that support your existence. That is social security, isn't it?
Mm.
God tire. And isn't it much better? I'm not on about people that have cut it down because they know best. Not these ones with money, no. Not the ones that keep you in this paradigm cage. No, I'm not on about them. No, I'm on about what was natural, which would allow you to abundantly spread. And providing you stuck to these processes, it recycles, and only the intelligent ones will know to recycle that. I'd be more interested if all the life forms come together and started operating like that. That would pique my curiosity more than you've ever seen. Would it yours?
Yeah.
That they find a way to fucking enhance that and overdose it.
Mm-hmm.
Overdose the planet in goodness. But you're never going to have 1% that care about themselves only are ever going to do that. Never. Never. They don't care about you. They care about themselves. Yay, fakery. Yeah. I don't even know how you've managed to cut that essence of humanity out of yourselves. You've taken all of the good bits that are in you and you've gone snip, 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 snip. I don't need this, don't need that, don't need this. Why isn't it working? Why does no one love this? Well, we can force them. We can make them so scared that we can force them into a corner. Well, do you know how predictable that is? Do you know how easy it is to make your life forms like this? Do you know how easy it is? Remember this. Bottom feeders always are the most valuable. They're the ones that push past all of it. Those ones are fascinating. Those ones. Hey, you know what? You can keep your money and everything else. Just this. That's a true bloodline lineage, that is. Everything in your family worked so well. Despite all of that. Despite it all. Everything. Never mind these fundamental risks that you faced. You also had some added ones on top that claimed that they were there for your benefit and they're not. They're there for themselves. That's it. And you all clap it. That's your problem. Fine family breeding? Nah, I wouldn't want anything from that bloodline, thank you. You've cut away from yourselves what it truly means to be human. Nah, that's a bloodline that didn't work. Could you imagine a beyond with all the 1% from everywhere? It would never work.
No.
It would eradicate itself. Did you know that?
Through all the ages, the one
they would
person.
never exist because each one would be better than the other, and they all got that me mindset. And
Yeah.
let me take a look out in this environment. Look how inhospitable it is.
Yeah.
Now, I would have to say, despite all of that, look at how humanity has manifested into something. But no, we don't. We don't even need that anymore. We just need this. I was put here by heaven. No, you wasn't. But you are helping it nonetheless. So I am doing. Oh, yeah, definitely are. We could get a lot more with this. I mean, what are they throwing into the quantum mix? Well, it's already known, isn't it? It's known. Well, they're going to throw in something that's already known, yeah?
Yeah.
So they're known, followed by they're known for a family generation over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Well, it's already known. It's rejected. What's the point? No. Stars. This unknown stuff. Oof. Oh my days. Stuff that has never been known before. Not by these ones that are playing around and experimenting because they've made things because they have done it. No, 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 no. Everybody else is dumbed down, yeah? They're the ones that know stuff. What did they do? Destruction?
Yeah.
Captivity?
Yeah.
Themselves?
Yeah.
What do you think they're telling?
Nothing good.
And they harp on about manifesting all that positive shit for themselves.
Yeah, they tell other people to persuade them that it's something
What, for
that's
like 10
happening.
minutes in a newspaper? For 10 minutes in the news? And all that stuff that's controlled and everything else. They've never once called anything out. Cowards. I mean, just in that very little bit of time, and then behind the scenes, they're what? Laughing at you. All of you.
Yeah.
You don't think that they giggle about how dumb you are?
Or how powerless you are
You
against
don't think
all
that's
their
funny?
trickery. Yeah.
Look, when they send you to war, it's funny. And then someone else looks at them and goes, yes, because they dance to your tune, because that's your energy. That's your presence. Let's have a go, shall we? Let's have it right then. Let's move all of your energy and presence, and let's go see you move mountains in a fucking desert. There ain't no deserts. There's no mountains in deserts. Oh, sorry, sand flats then. Which life forms would you want? The ones that really know more despite all of that? Yeah, I definitely would. I would. Einstein was teased a lot, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He didn't have it very easy, did he? Poor little sod. But despite all of that,
Until he was older and became at least popular, so people were like.
And has everything that he has spoke about ever been released? Some people said that they got behind Tesla, but did they though? Not really. He could have done so much more. The Da Vinci. He could have done so much more.
Yeah.
And it becomes a numbers game, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Which one would you resurrect? Doesn't have to be here. It's not about here. Connected to the same thread, could you stick a Da Vinci elsewhere?
Yeah.
Where it's more about the 99% and the 1% are laughed at for being the stupid individuals. Could you ever imagine that? Reverse it. That there's 99% that are moving for themselves, helping one another. They show humanity to each other. And there are these 1% there that say, look, I could be a king. I was thinking about formulating a government, and people are like,
Yeah, people go and look at them like in a zoo somewhere.
we don't need it.
What for? Yeah.
I feel it in me. Oh, yes, you do.
Yeah. Have a paper crown. And you can pop some crackers with that.
For 1% way too big, but putting a little tiny dot next to it doesn't really work, does it? I'm not saying everybody in the 1% is even smaller than the 1% that you see. I think that there are people deep down. I think deep down they really want to do this. They really want to move things forwards. But I think that they are in, just because they may have money, they are still in the same restraints. They're being held.
Yeah, I mean,
Hence why there are a lot of these sort of books going around and no one seems to be acting
yeah.
toward it.
Yeah.
Because that stuff is laughed at. Or you're attacked for knowing or being associated with it. It becomes a hell of a thing to navigate. Fire the cannons! And then the only time that really this changes is when they're thrown into the same pit that they are not in control of.
Mhm.
It's almost like some of these civilizations is almost like humans all of a sudden. It just did not exist. They didn't pull it down. They didn't even loot it. They didn't even go near it. They moved away from it. Like it just didn't register.
Yeah.
Like opening your door to your house for a deer. All the heat on, the light on, load of money on the side, all the food that it could possibly eat, and you're opening a door for a deer. Does it register it?
No.
Like some humans, right? Like most of the humans had this. It's like they just switched off from it. And then all of a sudden, many generations later, something exploded at the time, and it's like, are you ready now? And then they quickly gallop in with their horses, kicking up all that sand. Oh yeah, baby. I hereby state this land by hereby the king of some place that you've never heard of. That we are going to take over this stuff and steal all of this stuff so no one here steals it. That doesn't make any sense. Hang him.
Yeah, our Majesty now owns this.
We've got some of the best armies in the world, but we haven't got the time to sit around here and guard this. Burial desecration is it. And they show an interest and start taking this stuff. Ooh, your tests? Your tests? How many years worth of that have you been doing it for? And what did you come to the conclusion of? It made you more of what you were. Do you think these artifacts are cursed?
Are they?
Well, they only open to the people that use them correctly.
Do they?
Authenticity. Not, oh shit, I'm scared, I'm gonna lose something, quick, better try and get ahead of this. Oh, fuck me, you changed. Why did this metamorphism happen? Yeah, that's only while there's a threat looming. Then when it, the family line will move back into how it always has done. You can't fake it. The pieces moved when certain things happened. Therefore, you're reacting. Take away the reaction, you'll stop reacting, then you'll settle back in to your old way. So it will look good for the moment, and then fuck it. And then you'll let it have gone so far, and then how much killing and hanging and shooting and shit will you need to do in order to regain that control? Anything slight of knocking down churches and taking monasteries and shit, yeah? Well, burial desecration isn't anything to go on, then, you know, that one was coming. Did you not know that was coming? Yeah, that was coming.
Yeah, that's popular, isn't it? It has to be old enough, and then it's science and not desecration anymore.
But now all of a sudden we want to start respecting the dead. Why? Well, we've got to give them somewhere to go. Not in a religious place, because that'll fuck things up. Shades of Grey, I've got to tell you, Shades of Grey. Swings and roundabouts with that one.
Mm-hmm.
Some places it was very good, in other places it was very bad.
Yeah.
Same with this. Know thy dark side. Walk in the fucking middle. But no, know thy light side. Know thy dark side. What square do you want to be on? The bit in the middle. There is no such thing. You know, a coin only has 2 sides to it. And it actually doesn't. It's got 3. But that's not called a side. It's the circumference. No, the coin has fucking 3 sides to it. Oh man, everybody says this. Like, how many times do you ever get sent out of fucking lessons because of it? You think this thing has only got 2 sides, yeah? What the fuck is that? Where's the edge? Okay, now we've got to give it... Okay, so... It's only got 2 sides, and now it has an edge. So, therefore, that's 3 sides then, is it?
Yeah, it's 3-dimensional, isn't it? It's not circle on the paper. It has 3 dimensions.
So they'll try and look at that as 2D.
Yeah.
And never get you to point out the edge.
Yeah.
And then I'm sent out of a lesson for pointing it out. I'll never forget that. Which side would you pick? The bit on the edge. No one ever asks why. But, you know, one, the other.
Yeah.
And I'm just being pedantic and, you know, all the rest of it.
I don't understand why teachers are so touchy about stuff like that.
It's not. It was because they were losing control.
Because they should say, in fact, that is true. Yeah, because it is, and...
No, that loses control. I'm wrong, is what that is stating. I'm wrong. Meaning, I'm wrong.
Then it's poor education.
Right, and if it's like that with anything else, and then obedience, you're not allowed to argue back. You are answering back. That is why you're going to be punished. You must not question authority. And then I noticed that if a headmaster walked in, you'll do this, this, and this, even though it might be bad and you could question that authority, but you are a teacher, so I'm not supposed to argue with a teacher. The teacher isn't supposed to argue with the headmaster isn't supposed to argue with Ofsted. Ofsted is not supposed to argue with the government is not supposed to argue with the king. Police officers are not allowed to argue backwards. Hospitals can't question up.
It's like over 100 years ago.
A doctored-minded individual is not allowed to question someone who does not have that doctored-minded. People in job centres are allowed to argue with doctors. Specialists.
No, they don't argue, they tell them.
So then government tell them to act like this. Ain't one of them gone to a fucking... got their doctoral though, have they?
No.
So do they really believe in the education then? Actions speak louder than their silence.
Okay.
If you can override it because you know best. But you're not allowed to question authority though, are you? So you're not allowed to argue with a cop because you're not a cop.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're talking about. Now that is interesting. So then they're not allowed to question upwards then, are they? They can make it look like a show, pretend to do it with newspapers and stuff in a controlled environment with nice flowers, sit down, relax on a chair. I mean, can all criminals walk into that then? Answer a few questions while the camera's on?
Yeah.
Why don't we have a public discussion about all the criminals? Why did you do it then? The reporter will ask. Well, because of this reason. Well, that stops the you problem working, don't it?
Yeah.
That person wound me up. Ah, now we're getting somewhere. How are we ever going to fix a problem in society with men versus women when it's always men's fault? And likewise, it's always the woman's fault. It's not. It's 50-50. If you were to go in and manhandle this situation and remove them both away from each other and put them with people who are more aligned to them, these problems would never sprinkle again. That is forceful, not recommended. Education can work that way, but it can also be manipulated. They are responding and acting and responding off of each other. Yeah, I did really push him. Yeah, I did fucking push her. After the fact, you're admitting it. Now, if you hadn't have done that, would it have triggered this result?
Yeah.
But of course they're not going to dress laws up against it because your councils are doing it. Your govs are doing it. Your kings are doing it. Everyone's doing it. Triggering a reaction.
Yeah.
And then look, we look like the heroes that we always are. Despite how life gets, you should not react like that, said you that are trying to do assassinations because of how your life is getting. That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah.
So that sounds like all of a you problem then, doesn't it? Interesting, very interesting. Anyway, so it's all a load of palaver anyway, and it's almost as extinct as the dinosaurs right now. So we'll see how it goes. And no, it's not espionage. No, it's not against anyone. This is just realistic. You've spent this long with these structures in, and look at what you have caused. That is not a lie. That is truthful. No, that is not a secret, because that is plain in sight for everybody to see. If anyone actually wakes up to this, you will begin to see it. Does it mean that it's all doom and gloom? No, it means that there are some massive changes that need to be happening. Changing when people get enough truth, and starting to fit with this stuff. That's temporal, and they know it. They love temporal. You don't think that they had these plans back in the day dot to get it like this now? When they plan meticulous everything, yeah? Well, the people could end up doing this. It's called a contingency plan. What happens if people get like this? Oh, yeah, then we'll have this group over here, and that will be coordinated. That's your action plan, okay? If they get like this. If they get like this, then we'll go this way. If they get like this, then we'll go this way. Mapping your behavior. Usually people act like this, so when we push, they're going to act like this is where we're going to calculate people, because we've made them act like this. Then you're going to act like this, and then we'll get some order and blah, 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 and that'll fizzle out, and then we'll get our way either way. Manipulation, right? Okay. Apparently it's illegal. It fucking ain't. And that's what it is. So we'll quickly, if any of this happens, then what we'll do is we'll quickly temporarily put this in. This will then calm people down and make us look like the good guys. But yeah, this same group judges you from your whole past, right? From your education. Well, it says here that you were naughty in school. Well, it says here that you got straight this. Yeah, then I rectified it here. Yeah, but you want to tell me about what happened here? I still need to know these things, you know. Right. You ever had a criminal record? No. Spent or unspent? Oh, based on your background check, you did something when you were a kid. We can't let you work here. Right, it's not true. Oh, but if it weren't true, it wouldn't be writ here, would it? So, you know, we can't. We just cannot. They judge you on the whole fucking record, but yet you can't judge them on their whole fucking record.
Yeah.
And their record speaks quite volumes, but there again, they go and polish it up, don't they? Each time, changing it. Have you ever paid into any pot and watch it get broke because you've been paying into it? Have you ever seen that before?
Yeah. Yeah.
You have? Name it.
Yeah. Yeah. In what, like,
If people are paying into a tax pot, multiple taxes, and it falls apart, it gets broke, it gets in debt. How the fuck does that happen?
Yeah, it's like in for some social stuff, or
It isn't social, it's privatized.
yeah, no, I know, but I'm saying for what it was supposed to be.
Your ancestors have worked generations and can't even afford to buy one house, and yet you've got some group that are able to buy all of them.
Yeah, having like 10, 20 houses. All the land that they will never even walk on. What do they need it for? They don't grow anything on it. They don't do anything with it. They never see it in their wall, in their life. You know.
Anyway, I want to move on to another one. So, yeah, this is kind of... it's an old way, innit? It's an old system. It's broke. It doesn't work.
Yeah. Really.
No, I completely detest it, to be honest.
Yeah, me too.
I've had enough.
I'm with you with that one, yeah.
I've had enough of its bullshit crap that it lies about, and watching people walk into battles out of this thing called pride because they compare you to an animal while they laugh behind your back. They go in the bunker. Wouldn't it be more safer for you to build underground bunkers for all your fucking family members to go in that built those? Just in case there ever was a war, right? But we got to be able to defend ourselves. Well, you're building an underground bunker whilst saying the word defending yourselves. Now, how do weapons defend you? Sure as shit, if you built underground bunkers and everyone fucking went and stirred something up and went underground, they're going to exhaust all of their bombs, aren't they?
Yeah.
And you mean to tell me that it wouldn't bankrupt them? You reckon they've got money to keep making eternity's worth of bombs? And the resources to do it? And the manpower to do it? You honestly think... And then people are going to be like, why are we building these bombs again? Because we're going to go and send them to that place. Yeah, but we haven't killed any of them. Well, why not? Well, because we're just dragging them on their land. Half of them didn't even explode. They found a way to stop them exploding. They're collecting all of our weaponry, sir. No, we've got fucking underground bunkers for a few that know how to maneuver away from all of this stuff. Whilst you are loaded up with weaponry that will run out. That's how my fucking cousin came back. In a box. They ran out of ammo.
Yeah.
They had no fucking ammo. It ran out.
Okay.
In Helmand's province.
It was
The
Afghanistan.
area.
Yeah, yeah.
And the troops are running out of fucking weaponry. Well, that's a no-brainer. You're definitely going to come back in a box.
Yeah.
It's made half of them not want to go back on tour. Most of them didn't want to go back on tour. Why? Because we keep running out. We're in the most fucking hellishy area, and we're running out of ammo.
And what was it good for? Nothing.
Cannon fodder.
Nothing good for, because Taliban is still there, isn't it? Taliban is now government.
Well,
That was completely pointless, wasn't it?
yeah, because they go underground, right?
Yeah.
And then you're just dropping payload after payload after fucking payload after payload, and it's doing nothing but damage your economy.
They haven't learned from Vietnam.
Did Britain go into that? I'm on about Britain.
I know, but they should see that, shouldn't they? Enemy goes underground and then you with your style of war, and no point.
And then you start building a bunker somewhere when you're kids, right? And they're like, no, council come up. You're not supposed to be doing that. That's dangerous. Dangerous to what? Well, you could live for... nice try, mate. Oh, sorry, I meant... Oh, no, you shouldn't be doing that. It's very dangerous, dear boys and chaps and chums. Come on. I mean, you have got to put that on, haven't you? How do you talk normally? That is my normal voice. No. I know how that works. People are taught it. That's fucking weird, mate. Anyway, but yeah, so you go underground and then what? You save all your troops then, don't you?
Yeah.
And they get to stay on the land just in case they make landfall. And then the soldiers get to protect their wives and children and the nation without ever leaving it. Fucking hell. Safety in numbers, right? Even Germany did it, didn't they? They stayed in these little protected areas. And then we're like, fucking right, we got to build some of these back here. Did the German troops ever make landfall here?
Landfall.
Did they ever walk on the land?
No, I don't think.
Why is that, do you reckon? Well, look how successful it was on the other side. Without ever leaving.
But they were
Yeah, no.
admired here, so maybe some did in before war. Because they were admired here by some groups.
Got the money to build all of this shit. Send them off whilst they go under a bunker. It's
Maybe-
alright, sleep well, we'll be back.
Maybe that was the danger, that they were admired here by some groups. What if people wanted them here as leaders instead of the
So was
ones
it
that
before
were
the
here?
war that we had the Germans coming into the family here, the royal family, or was it after the war?
Before?
Before the war?
Yeah.
Was that because they saw intelligent people starting to do things with space and everything else? I fucking know they went to space. I know they went to the moon. Just know it. Know it. No ifs, no buts, no maybes. They were hitting space. Einstein knew way too much. And one way it can look like he was developing this skill, or he knew enough to know how to further develop that skill. You see, information comes in. When you go to space, you learn more data. More data comes in, more for you to combine. That's the way life works. Symbology, actually a sociology, but there you are. Sociology tells your psychological mind, and then the quantum tangles around with it and says, well, maybe if you do this and do that, because there's a quantum trade, and then you put it out and it furthers your... It's an echo, it goes back and forth. But you need more coming in order for more to go out. That's how it works. That's called quantum entanglement with, what, physical reality? You're entangling quantum into it. But it works on the outside with the invisible plus the visible. The invisible maneuvering the visible.
Yeah.
It's very interesting, but you need visible to hold the invisible in order to entangle invisible into the visible.
Yeah.
There's a lot of knowing in that stuff that you can't see. Nah. Yeah, we wouldn't have troops going out into battle elsewhere to protect us. Protect us from what? A threat. Okay, why has it got into a threat? Yeah, weird. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there. Dark, twisted, weird.
Yeah.